With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and an alley to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 33 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Buccaneers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Green 18, hey, 626. Green 18.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
258. Here, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
To throw is Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big. Nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Peyton. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this 1st quarter.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this 1st half. It's a 1st down.
150. Hey, you block over here. Outside. Protein spill.
Check 55.
Here, Mike.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Calvin Johnson, 43 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 65 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following this. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Peyton. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Green 18. Jump out. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 55. Mark out. 55. 3 bird. Mark 55. Mark.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Check 52.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And able to find a little space, he gets us up over the 15 to the 16. On third down, Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. This is Barkley. end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards.
About to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, 1 for now and 1 for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return this time will go out.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down now, Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Barkley, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. back at the 47-yard line. Howie Long in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Easy, 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 easy. You draw forfeit.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Green 18.
Snap comes at 1. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Donald Driver, 72 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. And the Redskins have it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Barkley. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to go down again. Howie Long able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. He finds Bolden. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or count.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Get 300. Get 300. Back north.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Bolden brings it in, complete. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. That one complete to Drover. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On the run, it's Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When you think about big-time middle linebackers, you do think about the strength and the force that they play with, as we just saw there from Brian Urlacher. But what an athlete. Remember, he was a safety in college at the University of New Mexico.
And in the NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 2005, also Bears all-time leading tackler, almost 1,800 of them. Now, before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go to Barkley again. He spins free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
Second rack.
This kid isn't resuming the game. It's so annoying.
I hate him, yeah. I hate him to do that.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Jackson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. On third down, Barkley. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Jackson buying time to his left. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third and short, going with their tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that'll set him back 5.
What? All right, hold up. Yep, you got kicked. All right. I'm going to play another game, but I got to go do some more.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And off we go from Oakland. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Secure the outlaw.
On first down, Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Barkley. And an alley to run. Well, Barkley stripped of the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Jackson flushed out right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson now. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Howie Long, like an out-of-control broken arrow, getting in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
He may try and run for this, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Yellow, on the line!
On 1st down, Dickerson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. These two teams all tied after one. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are and make sure you're covering them. And he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it. And he did there.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now. Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
It's just me and you. Rush in. Rush in. Spawn. No.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, being chased out left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into a star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, he's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And all the way down to the 29. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run the counter. Dickerson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete. Henry. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Rolling to his left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. On third down, Barkley. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Jackson gets this one to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury.
55.
On first down, Dickerson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now here's Mahomes. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. They'll likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, I never switch.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cunningham sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Saquon Barkley running right. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. The 30. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Good job.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense Their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Now Cunningham has the ball knocked down, and it's picked up by the Eagles. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10, and it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. He may try and run for this. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. From deep in their own turf, he's going to float this over the middle. He's got him in, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown. A big play there. 96 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Dance, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Play. Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack. Now Jason Elam for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ryan Shazier got in that time. The first-round pick of 2014.
It's been a long day for you.
To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 3rd down gain of 19. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Cunningham. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Cunningham being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
To throw is Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 23 yards the pickup there. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Elam able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jackson, buying time to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! A 16-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first. Cunningham looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. First down. Here's the run with Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Cunningham. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back now in the East Bay. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Cunningham now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Jackson now. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jason Sehorn. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham, flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And too tall Jones. Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Cunningham to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now it's Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clay Matthews able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, Dickerson. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cunningham rolling to his right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top.
What a surprise.
The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, If he's
Do you
not
know
on
it
the
was
top of
me?
his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
You're mad?
This fielded at the 2.
It's not very nice.
First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Overcommitting
what you playing, Minecraft?
And he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
It's pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. They begin with a run by Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Here's Cunningham. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
Did you watch? Oh yeah, did you watch the Jordan documentary?
If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Watch every Sunday.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal.
It's unfortunate LeBron wasn't able to play this year.
Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
Yeah.
Because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger
It's
chunks.
LeBron's
We'll see if they can get the score. Now Cunningham. And that one is incomplete. And it also...
You can tell by the way he moves, you know. Can I play the playoffs? Yeah, I was just gonna go do that. Alright. Alright, see you. Kobe, I got him another 97 and got him Odell. In Madden? Hell no, I ain't got a clue. It's a big game. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This game is dedicated to Lamar Jackson. Can Lamar win a playoff game is the question. Yeah, someone needs to slap that motherfucker. Where's Big Ty at?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Barkley.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, it's working really well.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play. On second down, Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Jackson looking to throw on third. Buying time, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to
That's a touchdown, dude.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Should have gone in. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 35-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson eluding the pressure right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
At the wreck? What was he doing there?
Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play,
turn your mic volume up a little bit. There we go.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Dickerson. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Dickerson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And now the rookie's free. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Julius Peppers. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw is Mahomes, being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Dickerson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
What?
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And
That's tough. Won the first playoff game. You know, Lamar, he never had to play in a wild card game this year. But let me tell you, this man is going to win me the game. Once again, I am dedicating this game to Lamar Jackson. Players can wear 0 now in the NCAA in football.
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On second down, Barkley calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 23 yards, the final tally. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, for real. Good.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
I think we knew that.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
I have to. Yeah, I don't fuck with the 50, land 50 down. Only for 50 balance, too? That's insane.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Yeah. Her? She's louder than you.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
Oh God, this kid's good.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being
Room for a
corralled.
game right here. I
10
can tell.
yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete. It's Gore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got Lockett. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chris Jones.
Go get the diamond, bro. Go get it.
Drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35.
Yeah, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Go for it, kid. Come on now. Go for it, little boy. Go, goofy boy. That's another one. Another one bites the dust. And another one's gone. And another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. Quit, quit, quit. Please fucking quit. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
See how I just pulled?
Why did I get those back?
For winning?
Is this for winning the playoff game?
I think so.
Yeah, that's how I lock it to win it.
He probably goes for a lot.
Yeah. I'm saying quick kill everyone except for Tyler Hawkins.
Nah, I'm just gonna let you do all that shit. Alright.
Yeah, Alright. You want one or two?
2. But this is the final 4.
2 more games till we win a Super Bowl.
Have you ever been this far?
No, yeah, I've never won the next game though. Like not this year. Last year I won the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna win this game.
Win this.
Yes, sir. Dude, these kids are quitting. It's not good for the XP.
Yeah, no, it's annoying. It's fine. I don't think I'll win.
Yeah.
Loss.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Dude, I love playing with this team. It's so fun. Dude, because he's a 95 overall. Takes fucking time to do that shit. Next year I'm gonna grind Ultimate Team. I take years off.
With Charles Davis, as always,
Every other year
I'm
I play
Brandon
Ultimate
Gaudin.
Team.
Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, no.
Certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way
Don't
the
matter.
game is played,
I'm gonna win the game.
with all the responsibility he has
for the
and how the
homes.
game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
That's how we open up the game right there.
That'll go
Goofy.
down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Such an electric play.
That is how you start off a football game.
11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's
Right,
teamwork
Mike.
to be able to put it all together.
No,
But that play is really probably the most exciting 10
good.
seconds in
Dude,
football.
he has the actual 99 Randall Cunningham.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take
What?
it back to about the 19-yard line.
Dude, I'm gonna win the ball game. It's the ball line.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Cunningham looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off play action, it's Cunningham. They'll roll him out right. Airing it
Oh
out.
my.
And got his man complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Zoom meeting.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A play fake. Now Cunningham. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Cunningham sliding out of the pocket. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now this is incomplete.
Oh my God. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. Dude. $11,000 quick sell. Dude, you have 103,000 coins right now. It's... Oh my God, dude. Look what it says. Look what it says on the screen. Look what it says. Look at my screen. Look at the phone. It says Super Bowl. No pressure. This is the game, bro. This is the game. Yeah, I will.
I am the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
Give me the ball.
Without a
Give me the ball off.
Quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his
Let's
game,
go, baby. This is the biggest stage. Ain't no game bigger than this game right now.
We go.
I'm taking this. I'm taking this one to the
This will be
crib.
taken in at the 1.
What I tell you, bro? What I tell you? What I tell you, bro? I told you I was gonna take it to the crib. That's what I do.
That will go down as a 99-yard kick return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Points count the same no matter who scores them, but it feels like there's
That's
something
what I.
extra when you
That.
go to the non-traditional
That is what I do.
Your special teams, an extra bounce for your squad.
Extra point by Elam.
That is what I do.
Good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cunningham to throw. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Cunningham into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll start.
Oh, Super Bowl champions. Dude, this is not good for the XP. 12,000. 38,000 quick sell. Red zone pack or quick sell? Which one do you want, Sam? Wow. 178,000 coins. We're getting a new player. Who should we get? I can check. Dude, we're only 93. Those kids quitting did not bode well for that. Where do I go to look? Yep. All the way down? No. No, it's 95. You can get on. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna look at the auctions. Just to see. What do you need? I'm gonna go to your lineup real quick. You could use a new middle linebacker. No, you could use a new corner, Dude, let's see if we can get fucking Dion. Like we can power him up. Dude, the third corner plays the whole game. Yeah, it's a little expensive for the 97. A different corner, maybe? You like him? Well, are you just done? Okay. Let's see. Oh, we could upgrade Minka. Sam. Let's see it. What else does he need? Should I buy his power up? Dude, he doesn't even have a power up. I don't see it. It's probably why he's not that expensive. Alright. Alright, I'll see you.
Shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad